That's a great way to get an ace. Really fun. Hey everybody, it's Jess, your go-to global D.League commentator, and we're here taking a look at round 7 block hype. Vibe was a vibe. Ciphers were ciphering, so I am so looking forward to this. Now, a few of you have told me that 2 out of the 3 teams that could qualify for the championships of this block have low-key been decided since the Cypher round, so I'm looking forward to seeing if we end up getting our 3rd team tonight. This is going to be great as always. If you have no idea what this is D.League, a professional Japanese dance league. I cannot wait to dive into this. I'm ready. I hope you are. Let's go.
Coming up on stage, on the blue corner,
Jose versus Benefit One Monolith. So I heard Jose is one of the 3 teams. Well, they're locked in for the championship. So good for them. Something that Jose does very well, technique. They've really done a good job of figuring out how to get it competitive to this criteria structure this season. Yuki. I have Yuki's card. Raimi. What's up, girl? Ren. Did he just do a dip, but like fell to do a dip? UT. Let's go.
サイファーラウンド3位でチャンピオンシップ進出を決め勢いに乗る構成8ロックスラウンド7のメンバーはこちら。今回の S には変則的でしばらく
her hair, Raimi's hair is cute. It's bleached with a little bit of a black tip accent. It's fun.
アップデートバージョンをご覧くださいというお言葉をいただきました。本日の初戦お互いジャンルの枠の中で新たな表現や研鑽を重ねた戦いになると思い楽しみで仕方ないです。 D リーグを盛り上げることを忘れず自分たちの持つ最高を今回もステージ上に落とし込みますとのことです。
後世エドロフ現在に1位の座を狙っています。
Those pants are fun.
ロークというテーマ、ロンドン、西ロンドンで広まった電子音楽を使うわけですね。結構変則的な音です。
いやでもこういう時強いと思います。
Is it that? Is that what it is?
on the red corner, Benefit One Monolith.
Come on. I like that they're in the color palette sides. Makes my heart happy. Cherry! Oh. Oh, I'm digging the velvet. Keijiro. Hi. With the music note scarf. Shiomi. I love the exclamation mark for the eye. Wow. I love our commentator being woo. I'm rude. What else is happening? Komomo. I love it. Rina. Oh, her outfit's covered. What are we gonna be doing today? We love MONOLIZ. Get that crowd pumping. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
みをくださいました。今回のエースにはボングのカルチャーを背負ってかましてくれるという理由から光オーリチーを起用。そんな光さんからは私のボングをどっぷり堪能してくださいというお言葉をいただきました。ボングとバック別々で生まれたけど似たカルチャーを
Whose outfit do I like the most today?
ならではのアダイナミックな音遊びをお楽しみくださいとのことです。
ベネフィットはモドリス現在8位、対する後世エイトロックにここ3戦悔しい思いをしています。ここでかましたい。中央から始まったボク、そして MU から始まった枠、これが混ざり合うということ。
面白いですね。
I love me a good wide pant.
見たいですね。楽しみです。
衣装も非常に面白いメロディー、どうやって表現するのか。
Fire! Love it. We're ready. Ready to work. Ready to play.
Block hype. First match. Kose H Rocks versus Benefit One Mono Lees.
Love.
さあ、作っていきましょうか。
Round 7.
ベッキーの可能性を想像し、フロアを支配するこのチームが登場。今夜のテーマはブロック。ジャンルの壁を壊し、ブロックビーツに乗せて新たなブレーキを再構築。磨き上げたスキルで新たな表現や検査を重ね、再び王者への道を歩き始めたエイトボックス。最高のパフォーマンス、皆さんお楽しみください。今夜の一発目紹介しましょう。コーセイエイトボックス。10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're looking. It's the same panel as yesterday. Then it's gonna be, they're gonna really dig hybrid styles. You would think, right? Starting immediately with the headstand. Lighting transfer, that's sick. Tricky timing too to get the lighting to work like that. Wow. I was expecting him to drop again. Nice. Ooh! I love the abruptness of the level change. Drop it to the ground. Whoa. Lordy. Nice. Nice. Fantastic add-on for that. Nice. Come out of it. Yes, ma'am. CC swipes are cool. Love a good head slide. Speed change. Ooh. That's really tricky to get on the same page. We stopped a little bit earlier than you would expect for the music. That was really cool. The lighting choices here are really fun because they have a subtlety to the risk. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, great way to get in an ace. Nice. Nice. Bump, bump, bounce, bounce, bounce. Yep. This is nice. That was cool. Thank you! I liked the dependency on understanding the percussion to be able to hit a lot of those sequences. And I really liked how the lighting was utilized too. It was nice. It was a different way in which we're used to seeing the lighting be used.
ここでも勝利を挙げることになるんでしょうか。パワームーブとかではなく、立ち踊りで。いいです
ね。ちゃんとミュージカリティ高いですね。昴生さんは。
They do have good musicality, if that's what we're talking about. They absolutely do.
さあ、それに対するもう一つのミュージカルのテーマ、ベネフィットはモノリスです。
Ready. Second performance. That's right. ready to see our Benefit One Mondelez Monarchs take the stage.
芸術の創造者の世界へ今宵も皆さんを招待します今夜のテーマは Big La S Swing 人生は辛い時も重苦しい日もあるそれでも全てが変える瞬間がある譜面から飛び出す彼女たちのメロディー音遊びでつながるジャンルを超えたパフォーマンスお楽しみくださいさあファーストマッチ対するはこのチーム Benefit One
Mondelez, let's go.
9、8、7、6
If you have a panel that cares about physicality, which I can see that entertained a bit, especially the Katakawa Quants match on the technique side.
Everyone, life can be hard. Some days feel heavy, but there is moment when everything.
Oh my god.
Music gives me a voice. My heart, people. Dance gives me freedom. My body swings. The people beside me give me courage.
People beside me give me courage. I love the idea of them being music notes. That was so cool. Really nice lift. Fun partnering. They said hello. Ooh, head spring? Yes. Nice. Woo! That was fun. That was so fun! It's a music note! Ah, we're gonna have to check the synchro. I think somebody didn't do an overhead. Oh, I love this idea. Cool. Really fun. Wow. Wow. That was fun. That's cool. I like the funk of that. So engaging. Nice. This angle to hit like a quarter note is so fun. Really nice. That was really enjoyable. Thank you! Nice. Here's something, like, I'm curious about how this will do, because in choreography, let me see if I can pull up here we go, right here. Judge rules. I didn't pull it up during the last one, I'm so sorry. Alright, so he's going to go over, you know, how things go for audience and things. We're going to be doing this. Let's chat. Okay, technique. You have rhythm and groove, skill, and physical. I would say for physicality, absolutely Koze has a huge advantage on that. However, you see flexibility, core strength, the ability to do dips correctly in the way that they do it is really, really hard. So the only thing that I would say Koze really has a sincere advantage in terms of the physical side would be the explosive power if this is translated accurately. But you can see Benefit One bring a degree of sharpness, core strength, and flexibility through their fundamental choices, which you do see right here. Isolation, body control, and basic genre techniques. Right? Really nice. And then how accurately and creatively you respond to music. That's going to be a preference game based on how you psychologically and emotionally understand music outside of the baseline timbres and tonal colors that exist within a respective genre of music chorus style. Because the music was first. We have to keep that in mind. With Vogue, with Campbell locking, with popping, with breaking. The music was first, the dance responded, which is beautiful. But that can leave lots of room to the eye of the beholder if you're an individual who was exposed to music implicitly in a different way than somebody else, right? So this one, Guts says Koze's going to take technique. Should they take it as aggressively as I think they're going to take it? No. I do think that I love the rhythm and the skill. The skill is fantastic. And it wasn't in a way that Koze just completely wiped the floor. This isn't round 4. Like, that routine, I still think about is like, that was insane work they pulled. There, choreography. You only have choreo judges on that. Musicality, approach to musical expression and interpretation by 8 people, right? Evaluate the variation and harmony of movements related to the flow. So that is under the sequence, not the actual techniques themselves, but it has to do with the music and how the movements are sequenced to it. The program was evaluated for creativity of the choreography, the precision of the composition, and the use of formations and movement lines. So it was more so about the formations here, because staging is all right here. Koze 8 Rocks absolutely brought it on the staging side. I loved the costuming and prop utilization of Benefit 1. However, they only used those straps once. And that can work against you for not using them as efficiently, like what we saw from DYM Messengers. With theirs, they had the table and the chair and the leans and how that contributed to the overall environmental presentation going in and out of Ace. What is it? Etc. Highly praised. Cool. Ace performance. This one is, I personally think, the most subjective out of them all. And I would say Synchro is the most objective because how you measure it has to deal with range, right? Oh, are we already done, ready to go? No, they have to judge it. Yeah, they're about to judge it. Okay, so I can see this as a Koze win. I think UT's integration of his ace was really, really well done. I think Koze really used their lighting to a huge advantage. The synchro, it's going to come down. I think we need to look at Benefit 1s again, which I do believe the synchro judges get to watch both back. So we're going to do the same to make our decision. I do see Koze taking all categories. They also have a pretty decent fan base. But I don't expect it shouldn't be like a complete washout. All this, like, some of these lighting choices are so risky. And they do require trust on production to be able to execute them for you, right? Because he even does a little do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, coming from UT. I think their range was a little off there. But gosh, that's so gorgeous. But we stopped a little bit on our musical timing. This was great. Going into Ace, so smart. I thought it was really nice. Heavy presentation of what he's got out, which is house. Like, that beginning is gorgeous, right? We used a jazz genre track. I thought the usage of Vogue was super well done. We're not going to take away the fact this is highly physical. Right here. I'm going to be checking over here. I think Benefit 1 should take Synchro, in my humble opinion. Because the range was slightly off in the spacing of Koze near the second half of it. This was really enjoyable. I love her. Goodness gracious, I have her trading card, right? We love to see Benefit 1. We always root for them. They left a big area of opportunity for Koze in the area of our staging, and I think that could cost them a few judges whenever that can be a tiebreaker. Okay, let's go find out who won. Not a huge gap. Yeah. Okay. Not a total washout. It's very rare do we get those. I would say if we have super washes out, it would be the Benefit 1 versus Cyber Agent match, which was a huge thing. I really don't think we're going to be dealing with that in the future. I don't believe. Also, something that I want us to keep in mind, you guys remember last season, it wasn't just Benefit 1 who was on the receiving end on some really, really unfortunate scores. Full Cast Razors was. And guess who's on their way to the championship? Full Cast Razors. It's not that they inherently completely changed what they brought. I think part of it was the judge switch on how we're judging, but also I think it was just circumstance on who they were against and who they were in what the sets were. So I will say there's Benefit One is a season away, right? Like they're a routine away from creating synergy to create some pretty bomb routines that compete here, right? They've been around the block for a hot minute. It's unfortunate that we haven't been able to like really celebrate them the way that we want. I will say I've been looking at the original season of D.League, the very first one. Benefit One was ahead of their time, let me tell you. The whole scoring of the first season, well, it's just all for fun, but like, I would say Benefit One was competitive. Their sets there were awesome, very competitive. I'm hopeful that we're able to recognize the technique and the choreographic structure, the technique more competitively because Full Cast had that working for them. Here, it's hard, right? It's unfortunate. And I'm glad they got synchro because I would, that's how I feel right there. I mean, this lines up. I wasn't expecting to be a washout, and I don't think it should be. You see, just depending on who's on your panel determines how things score as well. We have to remember that. But my heart always belongs to Benefit One. We love them so much, and I'm hopeful to be able to meet more of them in the future. On to the next match.
Coming up on stage.
Listex versus Medical Concierge imoon. This is a really important match for imoon. If they win this, they go to the championship. Is really what we're looking at. Woo! Kokona! Isn't this the logo that J Park is pulling for Long Shot, his K-pop boy group, Kasumi? We can see it. List X, this is an L and an X. I love that. That's cool. Saku. Tenju! I think Tenju, he had brought, he brought some interesting choices. If he's the same one I'm thinking about for Cypher. Keisuke, that's interesting. Shohei, how you doing? That's fun. Guys, look at how full this arena is. That is such a good sign. Wow. And side note, D.League is 200 subs away from hitting 100K. Oh, I'm so rooting for them to hit 100,000 subs before the championship. I think it's so possible. So if you haven't subscribed, go do that to be a part of history. I am curious about what this is that he's holding. I think it has some importance to the team. It has people's messages, it looks like. It's a little talisman, maybe. I don't know. We're here for a good time, though. With the hobbit.
On the red corner, Medical Concierge imoon.
Meme, Miss Cypher Queen herself. Like Rosie the Riveter?
のステージに立てること
This
に
is
関して最高に
adorable.
楽しみま
We
す
love a working woman. Let's go. Misfit Eats. We love it.
を楽しませます
Said. Money.
ラウンド2以来の出場マリンらしく全力で楽しみ尽くします
Aina.
姿をお見せします
Serena.
強い印象を残したツインズパートをお見逃しなく
Sade. Sade. Sade.
獲得したシャーデーが再びエースを担います 悲願のチャンピオンシップ進出を決めたいメディカルコンシェルジャームラウンド7のメンバーはこちら
I think it's very safe to assume that Aina and Serena are twins. Because they look very similar.
キャッチーなシーンや普段のシャーデーでは見られないシーンがあるのでそこが見どころという言葉をいただきましたトークで力強い大好きなリスト X さんが相手だからこそいい戦いにして絶対に勝ちます見応えたっぷりのアイムーンポップスを楽しんでくださいとのことです
メディカルコンシェルジャー M この試合勝てば CS 確定します現在このチームも2連勝中ですさらに前回のサイファーで MVD も獲得して勢いに乗っています
そうですね、かなりこうファンキーの要素が強いんですけど、衣装だけ見るとどっちなんだろうなっていうのは思いますよね。ロックもするのかなって感じです。
Ready.
Round 7. Block hype. Second match. List X versus Medical Concierge imoon.
オールドトゥーニューを掲げるこのチームの登場ヒップホップの伝統と革新的アイデアを見せる彼らが今宵掲げたテーマは Still in Progress まだまだ高みを目指し進み続ける彼ら完成なんて名乗らない今宵も勝利と己の目指す高みへ進み続けるそれだけだついにあの男がエースとして登場しますご期待くださいさあ早速見てみましょう List X
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. List next.
Nice. Ooh, yep. Interesting. That was nice. That was nice. Going over a huge hip hop side of fullness and projection. Nice. Whoa. And it hit my hand. It feels a bit safe in format, if you ask me. Ranges off on the arms. That was cool though. I do appreciate the choice of going to a V. There we go, lighting transfer. That's sick. I like that a lot. Great way to get into your ace. Yeah, Tenju. That was cool. Sick. That second half was really, really cool. Thank you! That was cool. Very enjoyable. They did leave opportunity for a super clean synchro. Then imoon's really, really good at.
その辰木と圭介君から始まるのめっちゃ良かった。
中央から入りトリオに、そして全体勝負。さあこれに対するメディカルコンシェルジュimoon。衣装の世界観だいぶ違います。ポップスどのような作品なのか。
それでは参りましょう。Round 7 Block Hype Second Match。レッドコーナーのチームはこちら。彼女たちが見せる可能性は無限大。圧倒的なしなやかさとグルーヴを可能性とこの知恵だ。今夜のテーマはメールインポップス。ポップスに乗せ心躍るような見応えたっぷりのimoonポップス。皆さん楽しんでください。さあそして皆さん驚愕させる。
So it'll probably be battle of they're either gonna do, if they have Sade as the ace, they may pull Campbell locking and whacking.
対するはこのチーム紹介しましょう。メディカルコンシェルジュimoon。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Medical Concierge imoon.
Ooh. Immediately. Nice. That's fun. I am leaning more towards list X's ace. I like the lighting transfer. We can see that a little bit easier here. Ooh. This low-key feels like if Hairspray was... Wow. Was Campbell locking. Wow. I love the militant sound and the percussion too with the claps and the snares. BPM change, great for musicality and choreography. Outfit kicks, really nice. Wow. I love when they do this genre of perspective of movement. This is nice. Love a good back handspring, back tuck. Give me some house. Yes, ma'am. The isolation of the pot of array to that. Wow! They secured that synchro. I was not expecting house. Wow, with the little tap tap. Patty whack was cute. Ah, my heart is so proud of this team this season. Wow. We have whacking with the wave. They had a little bit of an imoon moment of jazz. That was a clean double, Miss May May. The overhead's really nice. Getting it low to high. Sade in center. Keeping that ace in tension. Wow. That was so well done. Look at all the purple. Thank you! I can see imoon take the win. They had variety of style. They did really, really well in shifting between the Campbell locking into the house, into, wow, into the whacking. And they had a little bit of a moment that we're used to seeing from them in the previous seasons. Now here's something interesting is they've really locked in this idea of the whacking and the Campbell locking this season, and I think they're getting rewarded for it. I'm curious what kind of shift needs to happen with Benefit 1 in order for them to create more of a competitive edge, because imoon was in a similar boat last season and the seasons before. it's just interesting to think about, right? Same with Quants, with their in animation, but they have to figure out how to calibrate it to a D.League stage of criteria and the form of it. I do think imoon took a lot of advantage of their lighting. That's going to work in their favor for the choreography side. I'm going to pull up my little criteria list again. I don't know where I put it. I think it's right here. I'm going to put it over here. Rhythm and groove. That's... Both had physicality, both had fundamental dance skills. Who brought more complexity? I think imoon did, because they have a variety of style for each respective one, and they created variants within all of them. Yeah, I don't know if their synchro is enough to get a lot of votes for it. So I can see synchro going to imoon. I can see Ace go to List X. I personally would vote for List X for it. I love the context of it. It was really, really nice. Choreography, I would lean to imoon, and technique would lean to imoon as well. So if List X is going to get any category, it would be Ace, but even then, Sade freaking bodies. She's very competitive, especially when it's a Campbell locking Ace feature, which is exactly what we saw. And she held it down. I love that formation. Oh my god, with the pull, with the hip. We love it. Okay, let's go find out. Wow, okay. Wow, imoon's going to the championship! Wow! So List X taking, like, aggressively taking technique. Very surprised by that, actually. Wow, we have to talk about that. Well, we're so proud of imoon, because they're an OG team. They were just under a different owner, but now they're medical concierge. Okay, imoon getting audience. They've been established longer, so a lot of times it's pretty safe to say and see that, and you saw a lot of pin lights too. Wow, everybody and their mama leaning. I would be that 1.4. That would be me. That's fine. But yeah, no, List X's synchro was too risky. Oh man, and it could come down to the fit, and I don't know if it was practiced enough. I couldn't tell you. But List X's Ace, I mean, come on, List X with the hip hop side. That's so interesting, though. It doesn't surprise me though, because Koze took technique the way that they did. So I'm wondering if our panel really does cater to that physicality, because I really respect the variety of style that we saw from imoon here, but not everybody's like that. They're like, stick to your guns and variant it out. List X did that, but I personally really liked the approach of making and adjusting our techniques to match our track, and I love the BPM settlement of that. I also think imoon taking choreography to the point of their lighting utilization. I really do think that's going to become more and more important. And I did hear we're going to have 4 new teams be integrated into the league. That's going to be a huge growing pain with all of them, is knowing how to create a production in this routine and not just making it a dance, but making it a competitive dance where your staging can actually compete up against a team that's been around the block for a hot minute, which, you know, we'll have 2 teams, LDH, Scream, and Quants. They're going to be veterans at that point. So they're going to have a whole season of trial and error under their belt. And a possible new lighting system. They always modify the lighting at some point. That's going to play a role in the things that you can do, because Koze was pulling some interesting stuff as well. So all that to say, really proud of imoon. They absolutely earned that spot through and through. Everybody who's earned their spots definitely have. And this was a very, very competitive set, and it makes me really excited to see what they're going to bring in the national championship.
On the blue
Dip Battles versus Avex. I was wishing they were flip-flop because they're on opposing colors. That's life, though. Asahi.
に注目。
Koyuki.
ダンスの表現は10人と色、ス
She
テージを
said.
自分色に染めます。
Kenshi.
色の作品の中に自分がいる意味を見出したいです。
Wow, they panned over to the
め
fans.
ちゃくちゃ楽しみます。
Hey, my hair. Me and I could be twins.
ダ
Go!
ンスが見られると思います。
Jilly J! It's been a hot minute since I've seen Jilly J's name. Good to see ya. Ooh,
に
fun.
染まりながら自分の作品に彩りを添えます。
Have I seen that performer before? I feel like I could Google reverse search.
スペシャルなダンサーを迎えて挑むディップバトルズラウンド7のメンバーはこちら。今回のエースにはディップの中で最もファンキーに踊る男という理由から朝日を起用。そんな朝日さんからは自分らしくファイヤーしますと一言いただきました。自分たちの覚悟と可能性を証明する大事な一戦、積み上げてきたもの、信じてきたスタイル、そして応援してくれる皆さんの思い、全てを背負ってステージに立ちますとのことです。
ディップバトルズ現在4位、シンクロ、テクニック、コレオともに上位の実力を持っています。色とりどりの衣装で登場。ここ2戦ロイヤルブラックに悔しい思いをしています。SP ダンサーにトラビスジャパンの宮近海斗さん、熱い炎に着火する。
I like our SP dancer doing the dance. It is a really fun line dance.
それぞれ変わらず
朝日くんはエースの
I hope with the 4 newly added teams that are going to be dropping, we get new concept shoots, because that, I was spoiled. I got the concept shoots in my first season watching the league, and they were so fun. Like, they were like conceptual, because remember Cyber Agent had a zombie themed one, right? I don't know. I would love to see something like that again. Da 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 da. Junpei. They're looking like they're taking a note from Ayaha from Lightfall. I love it. Kanta.
僕らの姿をご堪能ください。
Hibiki Iha.
いつもとは違う表情を存分に味わってください。
Shungo. Very fun.
最高な日にします。
Koda.
ヒップホップで見せる
Because of the 2 O's, I assume it's Kuda every time. Rafa! He's like, come here. No, I'm good. I'll stay right here. She's fun. Hello.
魂燃やして踊ります。 3連勝を狙う ABEX ロイヤルブラッツのラウンド7はこのメンバー。今回のエースには新メンバーのラファを起用。ラファが持つフィジカルと
So I'm curious if it's really long gloves or if it's like a bodysuit with gloves and they're wearing a shirt over it. The fits are eating. That's such a fun vibe.
そして SP ダンサーとしてジンとかマオさんが D リーグ初参戦となります。新たな ARB の世界観をお楽しみくださいとのことです。
Wow, with the little pop of color in the skirt, I think it's really fun.
今回はシリアスでユーモアなテーマで、事前資料によるとダンスジャンルコレオグラフィーということです。
いやーかなりなんかコレオは取っていきたいんだなっていう、まあ、衣装もそうですけど、
はい、
そんな感じしますよね。
まあ、どのような一手が見られるのか、新たな ABEX ロイヤルブラッツの世界。
Round 7, Block Hype. Third match, Dip Battles versus AVIX Royal Brats.
新時代を築くこのチームが登場。テーマはスタイル。ステージという大きなキャンパスに一人一人のダンスが色となり その色が次々と塗り重ねられていく。さあチーム一丸でクルーの芯をつかみ会場の空気を一瞬で染め上げろ。ディップバトルズが見せる色の祝祭、その目にしっかりと焼き付けてください。さあ後半戦一発目、変幻自在のスクワットディップバトルズ。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip battles.
So Dip's gonna be up for grabs on the technique. Avex is gonna be going for choreo. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, Ace out the gate. Yo, that was fun. Fun partnering. Lifting moment was sick there. Yep. Okay. Looks like my SP is a Hauser. Oh, nice. I like the track a lot. Really fun. I love how Dip is double downing on house. Ooh! Wow! I heard that. The colors in the back were sick. This is such a fun track. Yep. Why does it feel like something I could see Avex pull? The isolation of the house is something we've seen Avex do. I literally feel like last round, right? But the absence of Jack for the sake of uniformity, I always found as something interesting. I mean, you have to, especially if you're trying to get synchro. Getting the torsos to check out like that are really hard unless you isolate them. Nice. Oh, the pulls and grabs were really fun. Ooh. They have a nice popping moment there. The different colors are really enjoyable. Play that piano, Miss Ma'am. Yes. Oh, with the color coordination. Thank you. That transition's really fun. Nice. Wow, that was cool. I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you!
Thank you! Dip battle!
That was really nice. That was a great usage of your SP dancer without overshadowing your ace, because sometimes when you have SPs, that happens. That was awesome.
そうですね。こうジャンルレスなプレーに
Wow.
なったりとか。
We love that Dip's been more competitive over the last few years.
面白かったですね。
かなりクイックなステップも多い編成でした。
そうですね。なんかこう宮近くに合わせたというよりかは。
They did really well on the physical skill and rhythm and groove. Their technique was really nice.
これに対する ABEX ロイヤルブラックス、まか不思議な衣装、まか不思議な世界観、何が飛び出すのか。
They did really well with the staging as well, like the lighting with the different colors to correspond to the fits. I really enjoyed that, where it shone from the back and then it was a nice LED lines along the back panel. That was cool.
世界に誇れる最高のエンターテインメントを見せてもらいましょう。さあ後半戦スターのマッチ、対するはこのチーム ABEX ロイヤルブラッツ。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Phoenix Royal Rats.
Oh, cool. That was cool. switching to our next spot in the transition. This is fun. Have to be careful with our SP being used as much as we're using them. That's cool. Synchro is going to be interesting. I can see it lean a smidgen over to dip. That was really fun. The partnering was interesting there. That was cool. I appreciate the challenge Avex is giving themselves by doing this. Yeah, that's cool. The vibration side was really nice. The red accent in our color was cool. I don't know. Deb may get ace as well. I respect the mess out of this though. The bases were cool. The pull-aways were fun. The tension out of that is cool. And thank you, Avex Royal Brats. This may look like a really big dip win because I appreciate the creativity, the costuming especially. I liked the usage of the SP. I do think it worked against them to the exact point that I made about how dip didn't let the SP overshadow the A's solo. But this one, it felt like the SP was more of a solo moment, which you can't really have your SP as an ace because your ace is always a member, because people would just have their SPs come in and that would be your ace the whole time, right? So they do that for regulation's sake. Dip's setup and usage of our lighting and our transitions were really thorough here. With AVEX, there was a lot of, I'm transitioning to a spot to make it a moment, and then I transitioned to a spot to make it another moment. So it gave the impression that we were more neglectful of our transitions than anything, but the focal points were really cool. But whenever your lighting doesn't work in your favor, or you're up against a team that used their lighting, it promoted a sensitivity to us as an audience. I just needed to watch that again. We were sensitive to color association, right? And they also, AVEX used reds and single spotlights to make it a moment like that. It's so cool, right? So I'm gonna low-key lean dip for all categories. I can see AVEX pull an audience vote. Sure. I love the song. It's so interesting, right? The BPM, I think, worked against them too, because it was slower, and the density didn't help in the sense of complexity in the creative projection of it, right? The synchro ranges were a bit off, and when you have gloves on, that's really tricky. Even the fold over of the hand wasn't quite there. The crump was fun. He was overshadowed by the SP. And I think that's a really big thing with Ace. His personality showed, but in comparison to Dip, I think that Ace was really, really nice. So for me, if I was a judge, I would vote on the technique side. I would lean Dip. I would lean Dip for choreography because of the staging element. That's always like a really big one for me. Musicality, I liked both. I do respect the musicality through content density and the creative output of composition, meaning how we're getting our sequences to match to our music effectively. That's musicality. I really like Dip's approach. And their usage of lighting was so well done. With Ace, it's always a personality thing and the showmanship of it. It's so subjective, so you could really pick anybody for whatever reason you want, if I'm being honest, even though they have categories for it. And then Synchro, they were off on the hands. on that. So that's who I'm going to say is going to get a big old win. Let's see.
それではジャッジの結果を見ていきましょう。橋立ブルーリード。会場的はブルーが優勢。テクニックも大幅にリードしているのはブルー。コレオグラフィーはブルーがリード。シンクロも上回ったのはブルー。
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big, big, big win. Big, big win. Because remember, it's a comparison game at the end of the day, right? And that's partially what I like about D.League is that it's not justification of a point system. It's a judge picking a side and justifying that reasoning is much, much easier than let me justify down to the 100th point as to why I believe their musicality was 0.75 higher in competency compared to this team. There's so much more room for human error. And remember, we're all humans at the end of the day. So you're going to get, you know, completely different perspectives depending on the day and who your panel is. I think two really big things I noticed with AVEX's was the neglect of transitions without supplementing in lighting and staging, as well as the technical execution of the concept they were doing. Synchronicity would have really helped in the readability of it, but Dip had way more complexity. And I value variety of style in these spaces, and if you're going to isolate to just one singular style, you got to own the mess out of that, because they 8 rocks, right? And I also would say Benefit 1 with Vogue. They do fantastic in hybriding it. It's just not landing. So I'm just hopeful that we get more panels in the future that can understand what Benefit 1 is doing, because I think that's important. I don't want them to have to water down what they're doing for the sake of playing the game. We should be able to do both. Same with Quants. But we have to figure out how to get there. With AVEX, this one was more of a miss than a hit, but I respect the mess out of the fact that we had it. Ah, so fun.
Coming up on stage.
Final one.
On the blue corner.
LDH versus Cyber. Now Cyber, they are in the championship. It's really just a battle for points. Who's going to get the most points so they don't have to battle it out first. Shotaro. Shunosuke. So they're going to have to be very smart with what they choose to bring in technique and in choreography, especially in choreography. I'm just curious what Cyber's going to do. Laimu? Laimu? He went Cyber logo to Leon. Kotaro. Musashi. Scream!
開幕戦以来の勝利を狙うラウンド7のメンバーはこちら。今回のエースには武蔵を起用。そんな武蔵さんからは、今回は僕たちにとってすごく成長させてもらえた作品になっているので、勝ち負けだけにこだわらず、全力で皆さんに届けられるように頑張りますという言葉をいただきました。
So I don't think any of our teams, any of our new teams have been announced yet, because you have LDH Scream, which means LDH agency owns them. Oh, this is an internal conflict, because you got a couple boys from Jump Boy Bangers on Cyber Agent to go up against him. How fun. Are there going to be other agencies? Like, you have AVEX with Royal Brats. They're OG. Are we going to have an Exile team? I think that would be so sick, personally. If we have an Exile team. Make him go up against LDH Scream. I know that we have what's it, DUNK? That's happened in Tokyo? Or something like that's happened? I'm just saying. If Exile wants to get in on it, I'm not going to have any issues. Get some boys from Be First up in here. Oh, that'll be so fun. Takumi.
チームとしてのまとまりを見せます。
Anna.
スクールのかっこよさをレジェンド
We're going popping, campbell locking out the gate. What else? We're gonna have a little bit of breaking thrown in there, I'm sure.
勝利します。
With an
ス
arrow.
タイルを踊ります。周囲を守り
How
きります。
fun.
試
Ichi.
合なのでヒットの強さや表情管理に注目してください。
The ace performer.
今
Kanato.
シーズン全ラウンドに出場しているカナトが満を持してエースを担います。
Chrisaki. He did really, really well in the cipher for the solo. I loved his campbell locking he did. Cha cha cha.
今回も笑顔で穴に帰りたいです。 周囲をキープしブロック優勝を狙うサイバーエージェントレジットラウンド7のメンバーはこちら。今回のエースにはファンクのグルーヴの表現といえばこの男という理由からカナトを起用。そんなカナトさんからはレジットの強みを存分に引き出しファンキーさ全開で勝ちに行きます。パワーとパッションを感じてくださいという言葉をいただきました。根本にある自分たちのスタイルを進化強化し挑戦をやめない姿勢がステージで光を放ちます。ぜひレジットのパックもお楽しみくださいとのことです。
We have somebody on the side that's with Cyber Agent.
さらに勝利を収めて1位の差を盤石なものにしたい。さあシンクロ1、エース対テクニック1、これを1、全てに高評価ですね。
強いですからね、レジットはね、全てにおいてね。
はい。今回オールドスクールということで。
いや、いいっすね。
I'm looking at their dance and it looks a bit,
レジットは。
a little
さあ
tricky,
本日のラスト作品です。
but I'll learn it one day. If they keep it the same next season, I'll learn it.
Block height. Fourth match. LDH Scream versus Cyber Agent Legit.
I'm curious where LDH practices their sets. Do they practice at, the agency?
D.League に新たな風をもたらす若武者たちの登場。
Maybe?
今夜のテーマは
I have so many questions. How fun.
最大のバンクレ合わせは起きるのか。皆さん、王者を倒す平均年齢17歳の若く青年たちを見たくないですか。物事に不可能はない。信じるか信じないかは自分次第。幕開けた最強伝説の一番の大きな展開は今夜このステージで見せてもらいましょう。皆さん、お見逃しなく。LDH Scream!
Whoop whoop.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. LDH Scream.
Ooh. Ah, that was cool. There we go, there we go. That was nice. Hey, I love that. We're getting smart with our staging here, Scream. Look at you. Put up a fight. Let's go. Oh, nice. Level change looks really cool. That's a great way to get an ace. Really fun. Woo! With the vibration on the tail end, I thought was cool. Nice. I loved this teeter-totter effect on that. We were sticking our tongue out. That was fun. Hey! Low-key, that would have been a sick AF ace too, if you ask me. The BPM changes I'm really a fan of. These are cool. That was cool. That was really nice. Thank you. LDH is starting to figure it out. They figured out their staging in a significantly more competitive way here. Nice. Also, for them to take a win in the very first round was, I don't know if that helped them. You know? Whereas sometimes losing your first round and then calibrating and then ending up winning could be more helpful, but then getting a win on your first rodeo could be really good on the synergy side for your team to push. I don't know.
Round 7 block high 4th match. Red cornerのチームはこちら。
強さと安定感を持つ戦略的エリートチームが登場。掲げたテーマはレジオンファンク。百戦錬磨のレジットにしか出せない技術、そして一体感あるグルーブを存分に生かし、今夜も勝利をつかむ。己のスタイルをさらに進化させ、強さを増す本物。ステージに光を放つ彼らのパフォーマンス、お楽しみください。さあ、今夜のラスト、Defending champion.
Defending champion. I'm ready.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cyber Agent Legit.
The hats on that were really smart because of that sound association to what it looks like when you make that sound. Great direction changes. Oh, yeah. Well, the clarity in our pops are so nice. That's great. Nice. That was clean. Come on, Miss Anna. Nice. Having Chris join in is smart. Woo! Really nice variant to that. Nice. Ooh. That was cool. He said, baby. Hey, come on, Kanato. Yes. That was clear. Really nice. Two people hitting it into a pack flip. And then the whole CC sequence there. There's your synchro. Oh, that was nice. That's nice. Woo. Oh, that's okay, okay. Accents with the legs are nice. Come on. The retracting hand waves that they're doing are so subtle, but man, they look great. Thank you! You know what? I don't think this is as clean of a win as people would expect. Technique, I can see swing over to Cyber Agent because of the quantity of people doing a lot of the sequences that were not just polyrhythmic, but they were difficult to phrase. But then that can lean over to choreography, right? Time to judge. Old school foundation through and through. Ooh, guys. They were clean throughout the entirety of it, which does contribute to choreography. Even though there's a synchro section, being clean throughout, I think, is important because it's part of your staging. Synchronized performance parts. I would say my preference is going to lean to LDH Scream on the staging. I also appreciated their sequences. They fought for that synchro. It's not going to be a clean-cut synchro win for Cyber. I don't think there's any category where they're going to win cleanly. Possibly technique, if that. LDH put up a significant fight. This part. God, I love that Ace entrance so much. Gosh. He really dives a lot into the land of vibrations and heavy, heavy reverbs. But the sound did call for a lot of that, so I think that helped. But the very beginning of Cyber's with the cymbal, the hi-hat. God, this beginning was gorgeous right here with the... That was so cool. Gosh, the technique's really, really good. They did not use a lot of lighting risk the way that LDH did. I can see Ace swing Cyber, Synchro swing Cyber, but none of them cleanly. Technique to Cyber, I would say that one's probably going to be the biggest one over to their side. They also, I would say, this is a battle audience too. Choreography, I think, is interesting. So I can see Cyber win, but I don't think it's going to be like a big, big, big win. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's find out. Why does round 7 feel like the last round when we know it's not? There's still one more round. See, so like them taking technique that aggressively, okay, like that makes sense. Because LDH, your Ace had technique in the realm of the vibrations and the animated qualities, but Cyber Agent, the entire routine was full of foundation, fundamental styles of street dance. LDH's choreo, look. This is not bad. For them to get it that close on a synchro for Cyber, when Takumi said it himself, I have a video receipt on my channel about it. He says Cyber is known, and he wants to continue to be known for synchro. All the categories, mind you, which, yes, you're doing the Lord's work over there. But I'm saying Cyber wants to be known for synchro. They are always so difficult to beat in synchro. And the fact that it's a one-person off decision on synchro, LDH put up a heck of a fight, and I really do think if they had more baseline foundation justified in their set, some of these could have been a little different. But Cyber getting all technique does not surprise me because of what you saw them set up as. And they're ones that bring, and I told Takumi this too, where a difficulty of technique is something that I would say very safe to assume Cyber Agent can do. They've been doing this formula, these styles, since they started in the league in the very beginning. So they've just refined it and made it an ideal format. Like, if you can beat Cyber Agent, then you're going to be a contender for the championship because they understand the framework of what competition this is because they've been around the block hot minute and a half, just like many other teams. You have 9 teams that you can say that about. So LDH is absolutely on the right path for them to get this type of score. Now, was the goal for them to win a category? Sure, but the A's put up a freaking good fight too. And I really do think how they set that up was really, really well done. So, most valuable dancer, who are we going to give it to? I personally really liked List X's Ace. I liked my Ace here. I'm trying to remember who all won that category specifically, because not everybody. who won ended up winning that category. Sade did very well, but I think it was what, List X versus imoon. I really liked List X's, but I don't know if he's gonna get all of those points because it's you vote on in the arena. I would say my guy right here may get it. Who else? Oh man. Tricky stuff. I'm gonna lean List X because he sticks out to me. So if I was on the audience, I'd probably vote for him. I mean, some of these results I could be saying very differently if I was there, you know, because you and I both know that the lighting, shows up different, and you have a fixed look the entire time. So I'm gonna say List X. Let's find out.
第一生命 D リーグ2526ラウンド7ブロックハイプ MVP に輝いたのはこの D リーガー
Look at that! Come on, Tenju! Wow! Come on! Wow! His ace is great for their routine. I mean, the fact that I thought about it, he was one of the only ones I could think of having such a captivating ace. Wow. Well done. Wow. Okay. So now we have the rankings to look at. Let me do a little zoom through. Right here. I mean, my God, y'all don't see it because of my bubble, but like Cyber Age is at 390, Koze is at 315, Medical Concierge imoon is at 330. Wow, you have your 3 locked in. There's nothing none of the other teams can do to get up there. Sheesh. Wow.
そうですね。はい。以上の並びとなっております。さあ、そして1ポイント。
So we're waiting for the banner to show up.
チャンピオンシップ進出を決めたチームが確定発表。改めてこの後出ます。させていただきましょう。第一生命 D リーグ2526ブロックハイプチャンピオンシップ進出を決めたのはこのチームです。
Oh.
Congratulations.
imoon moves on. So I guess they showed this banner with Cyber Agent and Koze. I just missed it. Maybe it must have been from Cypher's, because Cypher, they only showed DYM at the time. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, then everyone's up for grabs over here. No. They showed it at some other point, I'm sure. But Medical Concierge is moving on to the championship. Ladies, well done! First time in the franchise, baby. Let's go! We cheer, we applaud, we love. Fantastic. Wow. So fun. I'm trying to look to see all the more, like, what other information they have. They have this. I'm curious what this translates to. That's the opening match. My gut was saying that's when this is. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the opening match, but you can expect to see me show up to a more than just one round next season. I absolutely make full intention and full plans to be at multiple events. We'll see if my budget can handle that. But anyway, I think this is so fun. Yeah, Tenju getting most valuable dancer. Way to freaking go, dude. Like, round 8 championship. Oh, hold on. Okay, tickets are on sale now for round 8 in the championship. In my head, I'm like, we're not combining because obviously round 8 is in April and then the championship's at the end of May. So it gives everybody ample time to prepare. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We love being able to take a look at these rounds. And as a side note too, I am considering attempting to live stream the watch through of round 8 together. So if you are somebody who's like, Jess, I would love to watch D.League with you in real time, I'm totally willing to stay up till the butt crack of dawn to do that. I would love to know. Please let me know if that interests you, or if you'd rather watch D.League and then watch me. I'm fine with that too. But I'm just curious, want to hear your thoughts, especially those who like interacting and discussing alongside me about all this. I want to hear which routine was your favorite. I really like dip battles. that one sticks out to me in a really cool way. I like the risk-taking of AVAXs. Benefit 1, they're always so charming. I love watching them. Koze did very well on the staging through the usage of lighting and the transfer spotlights. I thought was really, really smart. And then Cyber, it wasn't necessarily, it was on the safer side, but so foundationally heavy that it's really, really hard to combat that when you're a team that's really trying to go after the choreography side in comparison to the technique side. So anyway, I'm curious about who you think outside of Nail the Name are going to be our teams, because we have 4 to look forward to, and we have 1 that we're looking at on Patreon right now, but I have no idea about the other 3. I think it's going to be super fun. I'm Jess, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye!